For a long time, I let my history define who I was. The labels, the diagnoses, all the things that happened to me, I wore them like it was the whole story. Learning to build an identity beyond all of that is one of the ongoing projects of my life. Identity is something that I think about a lot, probably because mine has been really complicated. When you grow up in trauma, instability, or poverty, the world kind of hands you these labels early on. And those labels become part of how you see yourself sometimes without even realizing it. Homeless, addict, unstable, difficult, broken, a problem. I have carried versions of all of those, and the work of building an identity that's beyond them, of figuring out who I actually am outside of what happened to me, is definitely ongoing. Today, I want to talk about that work. First, I'd like to be clear when I say that your labels are not you. They're not your identity. A diagnosis is information about how your brain works, okay? It's not a verdict about who you are. A history of homelessness and addiction is evidence of what you have survived, what you've been through. It's not a ceiling on what you can become. The things that happen to you are part of your story. They are not the whole story. Okay. Second, identity gets built through action, not just reflection. Okay. You can't think your way into a new sense of self. You have to do things, small things, consistently, but they can be super small, and they have to align with who you want to be. Okay. Every time that I show up for this channel, I'm building the identity of someone who creates, who shows up, who tries to help people. That identity is built one video at a time. You can take that same template and apply it to your life using small steps, small actionable steps. Okay. Third, it's okay to outgrow who you used to be. Sometimes people, especially the people that care about you, want to try to keep you in the version of yourself that they know, that they've always known. Change can be uncomfortable for the people around you. I know it's hard, but that discomfort is their work to do. It's not a reason for you to stay small. Fourth, self-worth is not earned through achievement. It's hard, especially if you grew up in an environment where love and safety were conditional. But your worth is not something that you have to earn. Okay. It's not tied to your productivity, your income, your sobriety, your diagnosis, or your past. You have worth because you exist. And that is a starting point, not a finish line. Fifth, your values are yours to choose. Even if nobody modeled good values for you growing up, you get to decide what kind of person you want to be. What matters to you? How do you want to treat people? What do you stand for? That is identity work, and it's available to anyone regardless of where they started. I am still building my identity. Some days I feel really clear about who I am and who I want to be, but other days old labels get loud. That's the truth. Both of those are part of the process. If my content helped you, consider supporting the mission. Subscribe to On Track with Jeff, And let's drop a comment that what's one label from your past that you've been working on to move beyond. All right, y'all. Peace.